to accommodate that, and DC also, joins the conversation, and then of course, the passionate players who really, yeah, exactly. Oh, when we were pitching the first game, one of the things I would always say is we have no intention of tearing Batman's head off.
It's certainly a. There are some who are vested interest in bringing Superman back to power, have an incentive to do that, and so some of them already had in the first Injustice game, and some starting this game off right off the bat, we decided we have to top that. I think we actually managed to top it. For some people who've seen it, it's really.
So right now we're seeing the introductions. You have that smack talk. We should probably be quiet, otherwise everybody's gonna be mad.
You gonna spit up on me, Atrocitus?
Irritating.
You know who else does that? Babies.
Superman, after you've been,
gearing
him up and leveling him up. So we will obviously have something to level things out for things like tournaments and whatnot, because you don't want to have, somebody coming in with a level 50.
What you're saying is there's no way you could ever see this at EVO. How do you normalize it for competitive play? That's what people want to know.
Yeah, we are absolutely going to have a mode of play that is. We are going to have some that are single arena, and this is that on-demand we were talking about.
That looks like a nasty fish fight.
Yeah.
One thing we actually didn't cover off.
The aesthetic.
Sure, it's gear, and probably in the simplest of terms, I would describe gear as costume pieces that actually power up your character. So when you finish a fight, we're going to have these drop.
What did developing Mortal Kombat X and then the reception that followed, how did that inform your approach to Injustice 2, if at all? I have to imagine there's some sort of
after every game, we can kind of take a step back and kind of control over their character. And so, with Mortal Kombat X, we were like, okay, we're going to make 3 versions of these characters.
Right.
You get to choose which one you like. They have differences that in terms of their style of gameplay, letting them select it. Now we're kind of like taking the next step of saying, okay, these.
I'll put something on Twitter and ask people what they think, and we're always trying to get feedback from players as to who they want to see in the game.
Speaking of characters they want to see, Black Manta. People definitely want to see that character. He's a transition right now.
Yeah.
Stuff going to play into what you were talking about earlier with esports. Are you going to lock that stuff out? Is it,
Yeah, well, certainly, with the gameplay changes are your
moves. Yes. What kind of moves can you unlock?
Well, when you have the game, you start off with a Batman, you're going to have a super number of moves. You throw a batarang, throw it at an angle, use their grappling hook, or it involves a rebuilding of Metropolis, and so
use it, and you want to focus on offense or defense or enhance certain moves or unlock certain moves, and they're involved in growing of these characters. The more it's just a more fun experience.
Does the gear system purely work within the limits of the game?